Do you know who Oprah Winfrey is? I do, because my mom used to watch a lot of Oprah Winfrey, and Dr. Phil as well.
Eric, you say that your mom f***s you?
Yes, she f***ed me so hard.
Does this happen often? Does she f*** you a lot?
Dude, Filipino hookers don't get f***ed the way I do.
Curiosity got the better of me recently, and I happened to Google my name online. And guess what I found? All of my personal information completely available for anyone to steal. Just kidding. That's because I have Aura, today's sponsor of the video. Click the link in the description to sign up right now. It supports my channel, and also you will protect yourself. And protecting yourself online is all about mitigation. All your information can be bought and sold by data brokers. It leaves you vulnerable to all sorts of online threats. Once again, Aura will fill that hole for you. Aura digs through the internet and identifies these different data brokers and opts out of their services on your behalf to protect your data online. These fuckers been peddling my deets for quite long enough, is what most people say before signing up for Aura. The amount of junk mail that I had versus the amount of junk mail that I have now, it's been noticeably different. And I have a bit of peace of mind knowing that my digital footprint isn't just easily accessible, because it really is. Google yourself right now and type in your full address and social security. No, don't do that. Also, Aura is an all-in-one solution, an antivirus, a VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft insurance. It's awesome. There's a lot of stuff that they offer at a very affordable price. Also, getting started is simple. Click the link in the description or use the QR code. Go to aura.com/oompa to get your free trial today, motherfucker. Privacy is essential. You get a free 14-day trial by clicking my link or going to aura.com/oompa. Do it. We do it all the time. It's awesome. We love Aura. Fuck yeah, dude. And then would try to take the lessons she learned from Dr. Phil and Oprah and apply them to me and my father.
Open the door or I'm gonna throw rocks through your windows, you dumb whore.
And I was like, that shit ain't working. But then I turned out to be a commentary YouTuber. So maybe it did work, guys. Yeah, yeah!
We all have big dreams, and sometimes it's better not to dream that dream.
Oprah Winfrey is one of the biggest, most prolific daytime television hosts of all time. The Oprah Winfrey Show ran for 25 years from 1986 to 2011, so she old. And it even launched the careers of a ton of different TV personalities. Dr. Phil, for example.
In 1998, I went through the infamous beef trial. It was infamous for me. That was down in Texas, and the man who got me through that time was not my attorney, who was Chip Babcock. You need an attorney. But it was Dr. Phil McGraw, because he was the strategist for the entire trial.
According to Oprah's bio in the National Women's Hall of Fame, which is a thing, out of all of her projects in her entire career, she has one message to tell everyone. Individuals should take personal responsibility for their lives and to improve the world. Now, what if I told you Oprah Winfrey is a big old liar? Burn her, burn her. Take her off television and stop.
Now you take that low-class trifling and get out of my house.
People are saying that Oprah is a massive liar. For one thing, her name's not even Oprah Winfrey, it's Orpah. Named after a character from the Bible, potentially Oprah is a force for evil.
Wait just a minute, please.
Why does everyone hate Oprah Winfrey, and why is she a liar? Now, I don't really know a lot about Oprah Winfrey, to be fair, but I've been seeing a ton of just negative shit about her recently. So this might be maybe some reasons why I think potentially that people hate Oprah. I think maybe because she's defrauding people for millions of dollars and Weight Watchers, and then also using a diet pill, but like living a life of, you know, counting carbs in, carbs out, and being healthy and stuff. But instead she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna release a comedy special and take Ozempic, and I'm 70 and I'm look great and stuff. I think she looks great, and it's pretty hard to tell. We're gonna be getting into a little bit of conspiracy talk here today, guys. By the way, I'm not anti-Oprah. I was just kidding. I think Oprah is an all-right person, I guess. She's one of the super elites.
So this is right up your alley, I guess, right? You feeling at home here?
Projects is the way to go.
I think she's a billionaire or some shit like that. Some of the stuff we're going to discuss is quite controversial. All right, everything is alleged. All right, it's implied. It's not a statement of fact. This is just a pure entertainment. I saw some crazy shit online, some crazy rabbit holes, and I was like, I got to make a video about Oprah.
I'm not lesbian. I'm not even kinda lesbian.
Weight loss guru? More like liar. The biggest thing that's been in the news lately is Oprah has been a shareholder and board member for Weight Watchers for 9 years. Weight Watchers is a little thing people watch their weight, I guess.
Whether you're a dine-outer, take-outer, veggie person, definitely not just veggie person, bread lover or cheese lover. All you have to do is answer personal assessment questions and get scientifically matched with a proven weight loss plan.
In 2015, she announced that she partnered with Weight Watchers after being approached by them and liking their goal message, whatever it may be. Classic Shark Tank type stuff. Oprah had publicly struggled with her weight for years, but liked the program enough to partner with the brand and aid in its evolution. Having Oprah attached to your brand, huge Oprah win. Her partnership with the company netted over $221 million, which is crazy. She has a captive audience. Hey, Oprah, would you like to partner with Sour Boys Candy? Sour Boys Sour Candy Company. It's called go to sour.gg. We sell out all the time, but we restock every Friday. We've been consistently restocking Friday, so if you want to get sour candy, it's Friday, all right? Sour.gg, we sell out every Friday, sometimes into Saturday, but it just depends. Also, we have a new flavor coming the next week. We've got 2 brand new flavors right now that nobody's ever seen before. Maybe there has been cotton candy, sour candy. I'm not sure. We got cotton candy and cherry mango. The next one we have is a little thing called snowberry. Anyways, Oprah is no stranger to insane body transformations. 2012 Oprah versus 2018 Oprah. How about 2024 Oprah? She changes a lot. It's all the adrenochrome from those billions of dollars she has, or whatever, allegedly. I don't really know. She looks great, by the way. In 2018, she looks happy and she looks nice, and I've always really liked Oprah's energy. She's also 70. Are you fucking kidding me? I didn't know she was 70. That's not fucking fair. That's insane. She looks amazing. Oh my God, I feel like a fucking rotting fruit in the sun compared to Oprah, and she's 70. She's 43 years my elder. What the fuck? Oprah loves bread.
I love bread. I love bread. I now just manage it, so I don't deny myself bread. I have bread every day. I have bread every day.
Dude, same Oprah. Same. Finally, someone gets it. My sister just started making sourdough because she's like everyone else making sourdough. There's so many people. She's been doing it for like 2 years, though. She's really good at it. These commercials give me PTSD. I'm going to be honest, because I used to see them a lot. I feel like I saw them when I was a kid, but I couldn't have because I wasn't a kid when these came out. But I remember them really well.
What's great about the Smart Points program is you do both. It's not counting calories, it's counting points, which actually is like kind of a game. Having the points literally gives you accountability. When you realize that you don't have to give up anything, that's when you can really manage everything.
No, Oprah, we don't give a shit. We don't give a shit. Everything you talk about, we don't like because we learned what you've done. Oprah has done a very good job trying to really appeal to people's emotion to join Weight Watchers in spite of, being heavily paid, heavily profiting off of all this. You'd think this is her lifestyle, right? And it seems like it is.
Can I tell people what happened if they don't know what happened? Do you mind?
Okay,
Okay, so Oprah, what, 10% of the company? Is that what you bought?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so the stocks were trading at $6 a share. She goes, like $40 million
Yeah.
put in. In one day, she made $45 million. It doubled by the end of the day.
Oprah apparently fails every time she tries.
Nothing you've ever been through is wasted. So every time I tried and failed, and every time I tried again, and every time I tried again, has brought me to this most powerful moment to say, if not now, when?
Oprah also explained how she became involved with Weight Watchers on The Ellen Show, another massive.
Weight Watchers called me like mid-July. We had our first meeting in August, and they said, we would like you to come aboard our program and, do what you do. self-empowerment, self-enrichment. We think that you can bring another level to us for Weight Watchers. I said, I can't do it unless I actually go on the program.
I don't know if Oprah is a massive bitch, but we all know that Ellen is. Ellen, it's been pretty well proven now that people hate Ellen, and she is a sort of a disliked person heavily in the Hollywood field.
In 2020, amid emerging reports of a toxic workplace culture, more and more people started coming forward about their horrible experiences with Ellen. From Mariah Carey being manipulated by Ellen to reveal her pregnancy before she was ready, to her heartless treatment of the rising kid star Grace in Trance, there are countless stories that show Ellen is far more sinister than she seems.
Within a few months of becoming a Weight Watchers partner, Oprah lost 42 pounds using their points program. Famously, she brought out a bag of fat in a radio flyer wagon to visually show how much fat she had lost.
After losing 67 pounds on a liquid diet, the next day, y'all, the very next day, I started to gain it back.
It's a personalized point system that's based on the age, weight, height, activity level, and it basically assigns you daily points that encourage healthy eating and lifestyle habits for customers. It's gamifying a lifestyle that is conducive to, a healthy sort of existence. It's pretty cool. It's a sweet little thing, you know? Oprah was famously able to consume 30 points worth of food a day. The program is extremely successful. It emphasizes healthy habits. Weight Watchers, the whole thing, it's not a one-size-fits-all, by the way. It really emphasizes your weight, which for some people can create a negative relationship with your body image and the way that it relates to food, which is completely valuable. Same thing if you're a fella out there and you see really jacked dudes and stuff, and then, it's like you start to compare yourself, whatever, and you start counting your macros and shit. I don't know. Body dysmorphia is very common, and all these problems are very, very, very common. They're just approached improperly, it seems like. In March of 2024, Oprah Winfrey announced that she was leaving the board of directors and selling or donating her remaining shares of Weight Watchers, completely leaving the company behind in the era of diet pills such as Ozempic.
My Ozempic Trizone, I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
Stock price haven't been good since the whale jumped overboard. Whale, I mean shareholder. I'm not trying to be like offensive or whatever, but quite literally it's gone down nearly 100%. It's not good. It's pretty bad.
So the company had to actually issue a financial statement about this to the SEC. It was that big of a deal. And they said there wasn't a disagreement or anything. That was not the reason. And the company, in a statement to us, saying that, look, she wants to advocate authentically in this space. She doesn't want to have a perceived conflict of interest, like she's making money off of selling these drugs.
The peak stock price was $102 in 2018, the golden Oprah era of Weight Watchers. That's what we call it. She was the Muad'Dib of women watching their weight. It's not just for women, I don't think, by the way, but it always seemed like it was for me, probably because of Oprah. I mentioned the whole diet pill thing. Oprah decided to end her partnership with Weight Watchers because she started to use diet pills.
Oprah Winfrey deciding to step down from the board of Weight Watchers after 9 years, sending its stock plummeting and raising questions about its future. Days after the Globes in January, she revealed after decades of dieting, she has been taking a weight loss drug, telling People magazine, "I'm absolutely done with the shaming from other people and particularly myself."
And she uses it as a tool paired with continuing to track food and using daily exercise.
In a statement, Oprah promised to work with Weight Watchers to elevate the conversation around recognizing obesity as a chronic condition, working to reduce stigma and advocating for health equity, adding weight health is a critically important topic and one that needs to be addressed at a broader scale.
And she didn't want there to be any conflict of interest when she did her weight loss special on her own network, which is streaming on Hulu or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it. What do you think I'm gonna watch Oprah? I might now, dude. She looks great.
Because this special was really important to me and I wanted to be able to talk about whatever I want to talk about. And Weight Watchers is now in the business of being a weight health company that also administers drug medications for weight. I did not want to have the appearance of any conflict of interest.
I see.
And so I resigned from the board.
By the way, Weight Watchers also has drug medications for weight loss. Oprah didn't want people to believe she was profiting off of drugs by endorsing those drugs through Weight Watchers. So she just cut ties. She's a billionaire anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. Specifically, she doesn't name any drug. It's a miracle, whatever she says.
Drugs, like Ozempic, may also help curb drug addiction.
Ozempic could help people with early onset Alzheimer's.
If you could use it for all these applications, it would truly be a miracle drug.
She's probably not allowed to endorse anything for a certain period of time after leaving the Weight Watchers board because it could be a very bad look. I also mentioned that she's selling / donating the rest of her shares. She's doing that to the National Museum of African American History.
Donated all of my shares to the National Museum of African American History.
Oh, I've been to that museum. That's a
Isn't
great
that
museum.
right?
Yeah.
So nobody can say, oh, she's doing that special, she's
Promoting
making
her own
money
thing.
and promoting her. No, you cannot
Did
say
the
that.
people at Weight Watchers cry when you left?
They almost did.
And this is so nobody can say that she's doing it for a profit or she's making money, even though she sold the majority of her shares in 2018 and 2021 when it was at an all-time high. She only generated personal proceeds of $286 million. What a saint! She purchased them for about $6.79 a share, and she sold them, and it profited about $735,000, which was donated, which is still awesome. That's a lot of money, but like, you know, she made $286 million. Seems like a bit of a fucking rug pull if you ask me, Oprah. What a fucking bitch. Also, I would like to just say, Oprah, dude, like, you know, jokes aside, whatever the fucking this fucking video is aside, Oprah is incredibly articulate and incredibly well-spoken. For 70 years old, she's not only looks incredible, she is very, very, very well-spoken and articulate. I cannot stand the sound of her voice just because I think trauma as a child. But looking past that, she's a very, very, very sharp woman. Holy shit.
You know how people say, I'm so happy to see you? I really am. I was thinking about you. I was so excited to see you that I wore your jacket running on the beach.
Wow.
Oh, yes. Just to remind me I was coming. It's so great. You did such a great job at the Oscars.
Oh, thank you.
Such a great job.
So now we have some of the facts, right? We have Oprah and her relationship with Weight Watchers, a sort of drug-free method of losing weight and sort of trying to find a healthier lifestyle that she's heavily promoting with her influence. Then you got her making a ton of money off of all that, and then it comes down to her using drugs and not wanting to be seen as someone who's profiting off of drugs, so she donates the rest of her shares at $735,000 to a good cause, but still, it's like a big drug ad. That's what a lot of people are frowning at here. They feel gypped. They're like, what's the fucking point of this if from the very beginning we could have just taken drugs like you, Oprah? For me, it seems kind of weird. I really don't know a lot about having to lose a lot of weight and shit, and Oprah does. She says she was the subject of bullying for 25 years because of her weight.
While not naming the specific drug she takes, Oprah opening up about the pain she's endured in her weight loss struggles. It was public sport to make fun of me for 25 years.
She was made fun of on the covers of TV Guide in the 90s, which is very rude. Oprah. Bumpy, lumpy, and downright dumpy. Why is that? Why were they so rude to her? She's a fucking... Dude, white people were mean in the 90s. She also recalled a few more headlines which were very rude, such as Oprah, fatter than ever. Oprah hits 246 pounds. Oprah warned, diet or die. Oprah says that obesity is a disease, not a character flaw, which is, you know, obvious. That's obvious. What the fuck? Of course, that would be like saying fucking pancreatitis is a fucking character flaw. Of course, dude. Oprah's special also talks about the different types of weight loss drugs, which Oprah is now using that are on the market. You got GLP-1 agonists. Those are like the primary one, Ozempic and Wegovy. It is a type 2 diabetes drug.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Once weekly Ozempic can help.
Type 2 diabetes is the kind of diabetes that is generally accepted as preventable.
Diabetes refers to a group of conditions characterized by a high level of blood glucose, commonly referred to as blood sugar. Type 2 diabetics are insulin resistant. Here again, genetic factors predispose susceptibility to the disease, but it is believed that lifestyle plays a very important role in type 2.
That's the one that you get for just torturing your body for dozens of years. Type 1 is the one that you're born with.
Type 1 is characterized by early onset. Symptoms commonly start suddenly and before the age of 20. Type 1 diabetes is normally managed with insulin injection. Type 1 diabetics are therefore insulin dependent.
Type 1 is the one that my friend Satchel has, and I watch him stab himself with insulin a lot. Sometimes I steal it, and it makes my organs grow. Now let's talk about Ozempic a little bit and what the fuck it is. All these drugs work similarly, but Ozempic is the big one, all right? The one you've seen the headlines of.
I'm under 7.
The one that caused the whale to fall overboard. By that I mean, obviously, the whale shareholder of Weight Watchers to sell and, you know, divest.
Ozempic was designed to help people manage their blood sugar. but it's also proven to help people lose weight.
My doctor was like, this is mainly for blood sugar management, but as a side effect, like, you will lose weight. When I started to notice that, like, in the first month or so, I had dropped 10 pounds like nothing, I was like, there's something to this.
Semaglutide, better known as Ozempic, is a GLP-1 amino acid. It's the miracle weight loss drug.
Hormones are the body's messengers, running from one place to another, prompting certain cells into action. When we eat, our bodies produce a bunch of hormones to aid in the process of digestion. One of them is GLP-1, the hormone that tells us when we're full. This is the sequence of amino acids that make it up. And this is semaglutide, the generic name for Ozempic. It's made to mimic GLP-1.
It is actually a treatment for type 2 diabetes and is used for blood sugar management. A side effect of it is losing weight. GLP-1, by the way, is an amino acid that's naturally found in the human body, and Ozempic is a analog to GLP-1. There's a bunch of GLP-1 receptors in your pancreas, which is what makes your body produce insulin, which helps manage your blood sugar.
When food enters your stomach and begins to work its way through the digestive system, your body releases GLP-1 in the intestine. There are receptors for GLP-1 in cells all throughout the body that serve different functions when triggered by the hormone. In the pancreas, GLP-1 receptors promote the production of insulin, the hormone that lowers blood sugar levels, and suppress the production of glucagon, the hormone that raises blood sugar levels. This is important for people with type 2 diabetes whose bodies are insulin resistant and produce very little insulin of their own.
When these little receptors in your pancreas are triggered, it promotes the production of insulin and suppresses the production of a hormone called glucagon. Insulin production is incredibly important for all types of diabetes, but specifically with type 2 diabetes, people's bodies do not produce enough insulin naturally on their own. Their pancreas is just lame and terrible and lazy, I guess. Losing excess fat also helps with GLP-1, the receptors, the whole process in your body. On top of there being receptors in your pancreas, there's also GLP-1 receptors in your brain and your stomach. So taking Ozempic can suppress appetite and your hunger pangs, whatever. You feel fuller for longer.
In the stomach, GLP-1 receptors slow gastric emptying, which means food doesn't move through the digestive system as quickly and you stay fuller for longer.
It slows the digestion of your food, which overall helps with blood sugar spikes, and it helps you feel fuller for longer so you don't eat as much.
And maybe most importantly, at least in regard to weight loss, there are GLP-1 receptors in the brain, particularly in the hypothalamus, that suppress hunger cravings.
In clinical trials, Ozempic shows an average weight reduction of about 15%, which is very impressive.
A major clinical trial of semaglutide in adults showed an average weight reduction of around 15% when paired with an adjusted diet and exercise routine, compared to a placebo group which demonstrated a little over 2% weight reduction. That level of effectiveness rivals the results of metabolic bariatric surgery.
I just go through a terribly stressful event and then I'll lose about 25 pounds. That's what I've been doing lately, guys. Little side note in the whole Ozempic thing, another reason people absolutely despise Oprah is because of all the people that she's made famous. Dr. Phil, for example.
I, have over the years, my God, I've talked to every psychologist known to womankind, psychiatrists, therapists, people talking to the inner child and their inner puppies. And I haven't seen anybody better than Phil at human functioning assessment.
She's like she's basically Dr. Phil's pimp, all right? Dr. Oz, all these fucking fake doctors, she's responsible for. So it sort of makes sense. Those are less sort of relevant things now, but now, side effects. There's a lot. There's a whole lot. Weight loss. That's one of them. Nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, constipation, pancreatitis. That's really bad. Changes in vision. A lot of changes in vision when it comes to your blood sugar for some reason. Low blood sugar, kidney problems, serious allergic reactions, gallbladder problems, heart palpitations, other cardiac issues, other gastrointestinal issues like cyclical vomiting, stomach paralysis, gastroparesis, and intestinal blockages, aka what happens when you eat too many David sunflower seeds and you're 9 years old. I didn't have that happen. I just, I knew a guy. Also, pancreatic cancer. Ugh.
Everyone knows excess weight is bad for our health, but battling the bulge is a fight too few of us win. And that's the reason drugs like Ozempic are so in demand. They promise a quick fix to losing kilos, even though they're not designed as weight loss remedies. But users, beware. The Ozempic hype is starting to wither, replaced with the reality that it and similar drugs are very risky even deadly.
And these type of drugs can be linked to a rare type of thyroid cancer. So pretty classic, run-of-the-mill pharmaceutical drug warning label. Oh my God! You mean these people are taking this out of vain? 15% weight loss isn't gonna save your life. That seems like something to just make you feel better, right? Make you feel a little bit lighter. No one's not gonna fucking die by losing 15% of their body weight or not die or whatever. 15% is not like if you're 400 pounds, you're gonna lose 40 pounds. You still weigh 360 pounds, all right? That is an average. I'm just, you know, I'm shit talking right now. And Ozempic, by the way, is intended for long-term use. That's what it's been designed around, and that's what the clinical trials are, all long-term clinical trials. It has become so popular in such a short period of time. Why the f do I know about Ozempic? I've heard about it. I don't care about weight loss in any way. Sometimes I look at shows that have fat people in them and stuff. This is a nice way to decorate a refrigerator. I'm gonna be honest. I like that. I also like these cool Hobbit doors. I love that. Perfectly shaped for a trapezoid person. It's like a miracle drug. It's just part of that weird aesthetic hyper obsessive zeitgeist of people who like thread their faces. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Just get old and rot and fucking die like all of us other folk.
Have you ever seen a drug explode around the world the way Ozempic has?
Not really. When I think back at other points in medical history, probably the introduction of penicillin has been as transformative. So it's a game changer.
Incredible? Yes. But by no means a miracle in the making.
Just exercise and enjoy life. Every now and then, look out. Look out on the horizon and just be like, wow, I'm really small. That's big. Kind of makes sense though. According to the Trust for America's Health, 41.9% of Americans are obese, and that was from studies performed between 2017 and 2020. And 65% of Americans alone believe that willpower is not enough to lose weight and keep it off it. That is according to a Pew Research study. It is quite literally a societal defeat that we are dealing with here. People want miracle drugs. It's way easier to just pop a pill and then just not have to take responsibility for your own decisions or whatever. I know there's more to it. I understand there's more to it, but you do have control. 15%, you know, you take the Ozempic pill and then you can also lose 15% of the weight on your own by using your brain and like having control over your life and stuff, because you do have control over your life. Just in case you weren't aware, you do. Sometimes limited control, but you do have control. There's a level of control, like just in case you weren't aware. Some people don't know that they can make decisions, and some people don't know that they can like change things about their life. Like genuinely, that sounds like a joke. It's not. I know people who don't actually realize that you can make your life better and like improve the people's around you's lives or your family's lives or whatever. Like it's pretty crazy. A lot of celebrities love Ozempic. Okay, guys, we got Whoopi Goldberg just fucking macking on it. She said, "I will tell you, I weighed almost 300 pounds when I made it till I had taken all those steroids. I was on all this stuff, and one of the things that helped me drop the weight was Manjaro. That's what I used." That's just so mind-boggling to me. This is gonna kill people. Like, I really seriously believe that this is gonna save some folks, but I don't know. This seems like some shit that doesn't have a lot of foresight. Anytime you got a lot of really famous, powerful, influential people just harping on how important a pharmaceutical is, these companies don't care about you that much. You know, especially when it's something that's optional, like losing 15% of your weight. Just in case Whoopi wasn't enough, here's Kelly Osbourne, Ozzy Osbourne's wife.
Hi, darling.
Someone has been in my room and taken my beers away from my room.
I don't think so, darling. Who would do that? Who could possibly do that? Who's the beer thief? You're the beer thief.
I think it's amazing. There are a million ways to lose weight. Why not do it through something that isn't as boring as working out? What? The people who hate on it the most are the people who are secretly doing it or pissed off that they can't afford it. Oh yeah, because it's, you know, it's an elitist thing. Unfortunately, right now, it's something that is very expensive, but eventually won't be because it actually works. That's not how that works, by the way. That's not how that works. it will not become less expensive. Yeah, how about we put them out of business instead of giving them a fucking $1 billion? Also, a guy named Ted Dubrow who likes it. I tried it with him maybe, but I didn't have that much weight to lose, but I wanted to try it because so many of my patients were on it and I wanted to see what it was like when you're not diabetic and you have only 10 to 15 pounds to lose. How am I doing over the I'm overweight and chubby. Oh, God. There's more to love, but I'll tell you something. I'm off it, but I plan on going back on it when it's appropriate. Like when we have a vacation, and after that, I'll come back. It's like the new Botox. Ozempic, I love it. It's so good. Just like the new Botox. Hashtag relatable. The fuck? Where do you even get that at? So yeah, that's Oprah and Ozempic, and people believe that she's defrauded them by fucking, you know, being on the Weight Watchers bandwagon and then just like kind of weirdly divesting her way out of Weight Watchers to then just release a fucking stand-up comedy special, I guess. I'm not really sure. And then just say how she found a miracle drug and all that stuff, which, you know, if you're following around Oprah, then it's your own fault. All right, of course she's a liar. She's a fucking influence person. That's what influence people do. They just lie to you to get you to buy stuff or whatever. I don't know. Generally, that's what the fuck happens. That's what I do with you guys in Sour Boys. But I'm just selling candy. It's not like I'm fucking saying it, you know, it makes your big or anything. It does. There's not that much to lie about there. Let's go down on some conspiracy theory rabbit holes here.
I mean, you think I just get up here and say hydrofluorosilicic acid will reduce your child's IQ by at least 10 points, Harvard study? You think I just made that up? 7-fold increase in bone cancer? You think I did not making jack crap up. Okay? I'm not making nothing up.
One of the largest and most widespread and inescapable conspiracy theories of the global elite, which we have established Oprah is a part of, is that these people are Satan worshippers or something extreme like that. They're lizard people, they're plotting to end the world, the Illuminati, shit like that.
That's me sneaking inside Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, I'm cooked. I gotta run.
An invite-only secret society of American elites who gather in the woods 2 weeks out of every year to decide the future of the world and conduct human sacrifice rituals in front of a 40-foot owl god named Moloch. Or so the rumors say.
A lot of conspiracy theorists also believe that that young person blood, I think if you say the word, it will get you like kind of up on YouTube.
This is their plan, people. These are demons. Just like the Bible says, it's basically an intergalactic invasion into this space through people. I'm telling you, it's what all the ancients said. It's what they warned of. It's what we're dealing with. They're demons. They're frickin' interdimensional invaders, okay? I'll just say it. Make fun of me all you want on CNN or wherever, but everyone already innately knows this. These people are not frickin' human.
But basically, people say that the rich have their own fountain of youth. It's the reason that Jared Leto looks like he's 25 years old despite being 397. He looks good, all right? He looks really good. We go back to Oprah. She's 70. She doesn't look 70. She looks like 65. In this picture, she looks much worse than the other one. Look at all these other 70-year-old celebrities like Tim Allen, Pierce Brosnan, Xi Jinping. Hulk Hogan is the same age as Oprah? All right, yeah, she looks pretty young. John Travolta, I've always thought John Travolta looked terrible with age. He truly is the melon rotting in the sun guy. Recently, I saw on Twitter a video of Oprah which spread like wildfire, and it had some people theorizing that she's on the baby blood, as they call it. Oh my God. A healthy old person? She must be sucking the blood of the youth. She's very mobile. She's in great shape. She's dancing, celebrating. It's important to note that there are other 70-year-olds who are pretty active. I mean, like Kurt Russell, for example, looks great and he's pretty active. Pierce Brosnan, he was recently fined for going off the trail in a thermal area while hiking Yellowstone. Pretty active, pretty pimpin', to be honest. This conspiracy is more of a conspiracy theorist's conspiracy, I would say. I'm not exactly on that level yet, and I know that people are going to comment. I have a lot of conspiracy theorists that watch my videos, a lot of very, very just like, you know, in the weeds type people, and they are always very disappointed in me whenever I don't think that people drink the blood of the youth.
Blood drinking, devil worshiping. I mean, you want evil, baby, you got it. And he's cutting off your power, he's cutting off your resources, he's cutting it all off. You can't make it up, can you?
I will say it's interesting to see Oprah dancing around, but also see this clip of her at the Golden Globes seemingly needing help because she's so ancient and old. She's off her Ozempic. I mean, her adrenotrome or whatever. The adreno thing goes pretty fucking deep. I'm gonna be honest. There was a woman on Steve Harvey's show named Michelle Park who is showing Steve a wrinkle cure, which she claims is Oprah's favorite, and it is made from human prepuce, all right? Specifically, baby prepuce. Squeezes it onto Steve Harvey's hand, and it's red or whatever, and according to the American Chemical Society, the A word, adrenochrome, is a real biomolecule that is produced in the body by the oxidation of the hormone adrenaline. And apparently adrenaline is white, and then when it is exposed to oxygen, or when it is oxidized after the trome, it turns red. And that's, I don't know. It's pretty conspiratorial.
Everybody knows that elites kill their own family members, marry their horses, dress up like werewolves and tear children's throats out, sacrifice children on fiery altars, bloody altars, have giant wars.
Yeah, there's been a couple things that Oprah has been involved in beyond this. Oprah had on a woman named Suzanne Summers, and I've heard of her name before, and I've seen her before. I recognize her, but at the same time, it's like on the tip of my... Like, I know this woman, right? Or something. She died last year, apparently. She's a famous lady. I don't know. She invented the Thigh Master. And Oprah gave this woman a platform to spread her health advice. Couldn't find the interview because it was probably very, very bad, judging by what we're about to read here. It seems to be scrubbed from existence entirely. But imagine this. Old lady talking to another old lady about dumb shit. In the interview, Suzanne gave away some secrets to staying young. So this is what we can understand of the claims made by Suzanne when she was on the Oprah show. There was a lot of criticism at this point. Suzanne would rub estrogen cream on one of her arms every single morning and progesterone on her other arm for 2 weeks a month. Once a day, she would also allegedly inject estrogen directly into her poontang to fool her body into thinking she was 30 years old. What the does that mean? I have no idea, dude. She would also take 60 pills every single day, 40 in the morning, 20 at night. That's like some shit I do. Minus the estrogen part. She also allegedly claimed in this interview, well, not alleged, I can say whatever the f*** one, she's dead. She injected this shit in herself and rubbed onto her skin. She said that it could treat almost anything and double her lifespan, which was obviously untrue because she died last year and she was only 76. It's not even that old. She did unfortunately die from breast cancer, so I'm gonna try to, rescind my clowning there for a little bit because that's very unfortunate and that has nothing to do with well, maybe it, I don't know. I'll stop speaking. Suzanne did want to be alive to the age of 110, and she would do literally whatever she could to get there, which it didn't work out that well. She died last year. And then the conspiracies do not end for Oprah, dude. People love implicating her in everything. Remember the Maui wildfires and the whole blue roof thing and all that shit out there?
Oprah and The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, coming together to aid communities impacted by the wildfires, launching a fund with an initial donation of $10 million, but also asking for more help.
In this time of need, you want to take care of the greatest need of the people, and that's giving them money.
The two reflecting on the devastation of the fires.
Oprah lives here in Maui. I was raised in these islands. My family are buried in these islands. It's going to take a long time to rebuild. Probably get a little worse before it gets a little better, but we're here doing what we could do.
All this as Maui is reeling, but working to rebuild.
That's all insane and conspiratorial. Another thing, every time anyone's in the news, you hear all this crazy shit. And she really liked Harvey Weinstein. Snoop Dogg called out Oprah for her relationship to Harvey Weinstein, which is wild. I would never have expected that. Snoop Dogg said, did that fake-ass Michael Jackson shit to tarnish his name with him lying-ass kids, and here she is with a known R-word, smiling and laughing. F you and Gail. Free Bill Cosby. Singer Seal called out Oprah for being part of the problem on Instagram. He's formatted it like a meme though, so it was like kind of hard to... This is all just Harvey related stuff. They do look like friends. That dude's such a piece of shit, bro. I fucking hate that guy.
More than 90 women, including McGowan, have come forward to accuse the once powerful movie mogul of acts ranging from sexual misconduct to...
This is an international list, okay? This is the truth of what it is. This is an international factory. Every single place he ever stayed, there were people there set up to help him. This is how it went. This is what it was.
Rose McGowan, a victim of Harvey Weinstein, does not like Oprah. She even ended her vitriolic tweet with the hashtag lizard, which makes sense. Now, how did Oprah respond to all this drama and allegations? She said that Harvey was a bully. Classic. Oprah says she was bullied by Harvey Weinstein. What the fuck? Oprah Winfrey recalls Harvey Weinstein's bullet. You were friends with him. What are you talking about? Now we get to potentially the most interesting thing, because we almost made a video about this a little while ago. There's a fella named John of God.
This self-proclaimed spiritual guru claims to perform miracles and heal the sick, attracting thousands of people seeking relief from their suffering. However, his practices are far from divine. John of God has built a thriving business, making tens of millions of dollars by preying on people's hope for healing. His healing is nothing but free, leaving many people scammed and cheated out of their money.
Oprah's relationship with this guy, John of God, it's even worse than her relationship with Hart. It's worse than every single possible thing. If this is your basis of rationality, it makes sense why people have so many conspiracy theories about Oprah being a part of some kind of grand cabal or something evil. Because John of God, according to a Medium article, was a spiritual healer that could cure depression and cancer. He claimed to channel the spirits of saints, doctors, and he also liked to perform surgeries himself.
Though he had no medical training, Faria would cut into patients, and he claimed that the spirits of doctors and other healers would guide his hands during the procedures. He claims the surgeries are performed when he is channeling the spirits or entities of past doctors and saints.
And he was Oprah Winfrey's healer.
John of God gained international attention when he was featured on the Oprah Winfrey Show in 2010, and later interviewed by Oprah herself in 2012 when she visited his healing center in Abydonia. Other celebrities who have visited John of God include Shirley MacLaine, Naomi Campbell, Paul Simon, and Ronaldo. Even two former Brazilian presidents, President Lula and President Dilma Rousseff, sought his services.
But also one of the most notorious predators in the history of mankind. He was horrible and used the claim of healing women as a vessel for just being evil, and he abused a bunch of different people, children, people from 9 years old up to 60 and up.
On December 7th, 2018, Brazilian journalist Pedro Bial interviewed 10 women on his talk show Conversa com Bial, who claimed to have been sexually abused by John of God. This interview marked a turning point in the public perception of John of God and led to his arrest and eventual conviction on multiple counts of assault.
He also ran a trafficking ring. He sold babies to childless families for up to $50,000, and Oprah seemed to really like him a lot. Have you all heard of John of God? My visit with him is next week. Really fascinating. Oprah just can't catch a break. Maybe she should try Ozempic. This whole John of God Oprah rabbit hole is deep and long and scary. John of God is a very, 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 very scary, evil piece of shit human being that is just like, it's an atrocity. It's ridiculous that this is a thing, and then somehow it ties into fucking Oprah. Dude, what the So anyways, I don't believe that Oprah's a saint. I don't believe that anyone who paints themselves as a saint is, skeletons full of closets, whatever the whatever they say. I think it's the opposite, maybe. I also think that she, being a devil, is probably blown a bit out of proportion. She's very well-spoken. She looks good for her age. She's just a hustler, it seems like, a super ambitious person. In my opinion, I wish she would have sat down with Joseph Kony back in 2012, and then, that might have changed things for me a little bit. When you become as powerful as Oprah and me, you attract the attention of everyone. All right, guys? And finally, my advice, don't get on Ozempic unless you have type 2 diabetes. Try your best to build a relationship with yourself and, emphasize your individual traits that you have and see if you can find some strengths to focus on to kind of build yourself a little foundation of something healthy. And then you slowly start walking out different little aspects. It's just like any other thing that you have to start and you can get overwhelmed with. Playing the guitar, playing a video game, being a YouTuber, writing a book, whatever you're doing, you can't just immediately go balls deep into it or you're going to traumatize yourself and you'll never do it again. Play to your strengths. Don't take Ozempic. The end.